Well, same is the case with Pakistan. You really don't know what you're getting into until it finally happens. The bailout we've been telling you about, well, it has happened at the very last minute. The IMF or the International Monetary Fund will give Pakistan $3 billion. This is the money they froze for the past 8 months. They will finally release it and save Pakistan from collapse. The country is going through its worst economic crisis, the worst ever. There is chronic shortage of foreign exchange. Pakistan was as good as broke. They barely had the money to cover 1 month of imports. Inflation rose to 38%, which is a record high. Debt payments are due. Pakistan has to pay $25 billion this year alone. But pay from where? There is no money. So the IMF bailout will give a breather. Also a place in history books. I'll tell you what. This is bailout number 23. Pakistan has got 23 bailouts in its 75-year history. This is the highest in the world. So they come with experience. And they follow a predictable pattern. An endless boom to bust cycle. They show some growth for a few years, then they hit a crisis. The economy teeters, they appeal for aid, and they get a bailout. This repeats over and over again. Let me quote from a former World Bank advisor based in Islamabad. His name is Abid Hassan. And this is what he said. Over the last 3 decades, IMF assistance has not been able to bring about tangible reforms. IMF programs have just been more of a band-aid. And band-aids are not a cure. They just stop the bleeding for a while. Pakistan's disease is political. It is infected by its military. They keep looting the country. They keep ruining its economy and punishing its people. And then they ask the international community to pay the bill. But why does the world pay? Because the bailout money is nothing compared to the price we'll have to pay if a nuclear rogue state goes bust, if it descends into complete chaos. And Pakistan knows this. So it keeps coming back for more money. Even the current bailout won't solve its problems. And there are many. For starters, there's political instability. The days of the current government, the Sharif government, are numbered. Their term expires in August. The next election should happen in October, but you can't be sure of that. Imran Khan is waiting in the wings, preparing to unleash chaos if he is denied power. He still enjoys mass support. He's openly challenging the military. They tried to jail him. They slapped military trials on his supporters, who ran riot last month. They broke into military installations and ransacked the official residence of a commander. The army calls this mass uprising a conspiracy.
The tragedy on the 9th of May was a huge conspiracy against Pakistan, and this is a conspiracy that we need to understand.
And there's chaos in the military too. Recently, they fired 3 top officers and disciplined 15 senior officers. That's the term they use, disciplined. They've been accused of not doing enough to secure military installations. Experts say this crackdown is a message, and of course it's rare. It's a message to the sympathizers of Imran Khan that support for him will not be tolerated, and if there are signs of dissent, the military will come down hard. Then there's chaos at the borders. The Pakistan-Afghanistan border. Just this month, a security checkpoint was attacked. This happened in northwest Pakistan. 3 Pakistani soldiers died. Do you know who was behind this? The Tehreek-e-Taliban, or TTP. They have intensified attacks on the Pakistani army. At the border, the Taliban regime has given shelter to the TTP, the Taliban regime in Afghanistan. They're sheltering these people. And this has allowed the group to attack Pakistani forces. So there's political uncertainty, there's internal instability, there's volatility at the border, and you have an economic mess. Pakistan has committed to a reform plan. Well, they had to get the IMF bailout. But will they walk the talk? Will they implement these reforms? Their record is not inspiring. They may have got a bailout, but that is no guarantee to the end of pain.